Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you about Evergreen. This is a user interface library for React. This will be a crash course of 1 hour, complete 1 hour. I will be walking through all the examples of this library. This is a official website of this library, Evergreen UI. I have given the link in the description. So you can just execute this command npm install -- save Evergreen UI if you're using a node application. I will be implementing this with React. So if you just go to components here, you will see that it has various components, buttons, tabs, badges, avatar. I will be showing you all these components by examples in this video. So first of all, we will create the React project. So just go to Google and type here code sandbox. So this is kind of a online IDE for React or also Angular. So just click on create sandbox. You need not have to create any kind of account for using it. You will see that various technologies are there: Angular, React, vanilla JavaScript, Vue.js. I will select React here and it will instantly load my React application. You can see that. And in order to install my dependency, very easy, just click this button, add dependency, and this will open this box for us. So I will just write here Evergreen UI -UI. So this is a library name. You can see that this is a React user interface kit by Segment. So just click it and it will be installing it in the background. You can see that it is forking it. So now you can see that it is installing. So now it is successfully installed. Now in order to include it, it is very easy. Import a set of curly brackets and then we will write from Evergreen UI. That's it. So this is the way by which we can install it. And now we just need to include some components. So basically I will be first of all be showing a very basic component, which is button, how to create a basic button inside this. I will delete all this stuff from here. In order to declare a button, it is very easy, guys. Just declare capital B button here. So this is a button. And now if I refresh it, nothing will happen because I haven't provided the label. So if I provide the label register, you will see that, guys, this is the register button that we have here. You can also see this app in the browser. Just copy this URL and paste it here. Just you have to save your file before you access this. Let me just go to file here and click on save, and then you can just refresh this and it will have the changes. It will run the, you can see that this is a register button. This is a not clickable. We have not binded any kind of listener out to it there. You can see that the styling is applied to it, which is Evergreen UI. So this is your button. There are various options that you can pass to this button. Obviously the first option is appearance. So this is the option, guys, appearance. So basically appearance, it takes 3 values. You can provide primary, so it will make the button blue in color. You can also change this to minimal. So you can see that it has removed the background. It has got a transparent background. Now you can see that. And the default value is default. So if no value is provided, then it will take this default value. So I will change this to primary because I think that it looks good, bluish color. And also we have some various options, which is intent. So basically intent is kind of a, what is success. We have success option here. So if I just show you, change this to login here, so you will see that, guys, it is this label is appearing in greenish color because of this success. I can even change this to danger. This is for reddish. It will change to reddish color. And now I can just concatenate the appearance attribute also here, appearance, and I can just change this to primary. So you will change that. You can see that it will change to reddish color because we have applied danger here. So if I just change it to success, it will change to greenish. So how easily we can just create buttons in React using this library. You can see that basic button that we are using here. And also if I change this to minimal, so you will see that it will not have any kind of background, transparent background it will have, and it will have the greenish color. If I change this to danger, it will have the reddish color. We have also a warning, warning. So this will change this to yellowish color. So you can see that warning. you can just go to documentation of this Evergreen. So they have good documentation. If you go to button here, so this will list all the attributes that you can have here. You can see that we have provided default, success, warning, danger. So if you provide default here, let me just show you. If you provide here default in the intent, it will change to the, you can see that bluish color. So basically intent default is the default. So if you don't provide anything, it will take the, if I just remove it, so you will see that nothing will happen here. It will take the intent default as default. So I will change this to success. So basically this is intent, guys. So basically if you are making a login registration system, you have to have different colors for login and register button, then you can use this property. Then if you have to have some spacing, for that we have a property which is margin left. So here in the curly brackets you can provide, let's suppose, a value, int value 16. If I just wrap this and call this button as margin, so you will see that it has got some space from the left here, margin 16. If I just increase this space, guys, 26, you will see that it has got some more space, 26. So it will be, if I want to have some space from the right, so I will change this to margin right, so it will have some space from the right. Similarly, I can just change this to top here, so it will have some margin from the top position, and similarly we have the bottom position. That's it. So this will apply to also padding here, so you can also provide padding from the bottom position. And let me just padding from the top position. You can see that it has got some padding from the top position, left and right. So these are the if you want to have some spacing, you can just use this margin and padding properties which are currently there within this Evergreen UI. You can obviously change the intent to success. So this is a margin that you can apply here. So if I also we need to change the appearance to primary for the greenish color to happen, so you can see that. So now this is the spacing, guys. So the next, if you have to have a back button, this is very easy, guys. If you want to integrate back button in your application, it is very easy. There is a component for that which is back button. That's it. So you can see that from this single line of code we have provided our back button. You can see that I can even change the back color by having appearance to primary, and let me have the intent as warning. So you can see that it has changed this color to yellow. So you can just play with these properties. Every component has these properties available to them, which is intent, appearance. So this is a back button. And now if you want to integrate, if you want to change the height of the button, it is very easy, guys. Let me have the height of the button. If you want to change the height, it is very easy. You will be having a height property similar to margin, so height. So here in this curly brackets you can just provide any value. At suppose I provide 40 here, so you can see that it has changed the property to 40. Let me have a break tag so that it goes into the second line. So if I want to change the height to, let's suppose, 80, so you can see that 80. Similarly you can also have the width also. So width you can provide let's suppose 125, so 205. You can see that it is changing the width also. So you can just play around with these values if you want to change the width and the height of the button. So this is basically how you change the width and height. And now the next step that I will tell you guys is how to integrate icons with your buttons. So if you want to create buttons with icons, it is very easy. So just create first of all a basic button, and let me just have a label which is delete. If you want to integrate a icon, it is very easy. There is a property which is icon before. So this is a property, guys. So with the help of this property you can have various icons available inside this. So there is an icon which is trash, so you can just include this. You can see that guys, a dustbin icon is appearing here of delete, so this is kind of a icon button. And now if I just change this, copy this button one more time, and there is a settings icon which is COG, and let me just change the label to settings. You can see that this is a settings button. So how easy is this library, guys? I find this very easy. That is why I wanted to make a complete video on this topic of this library. So there is a edit also. So you can see that the pencil icon is appearing here. And also we have the manual. So documentation, you can see that a book icon is appearing. So you can just change this to docs. And next we have the download also. So download. So if I change this to download, you will see that a download icon is appearing here. So if a download icon is very much there in website, so you can just use this button here. Obviously we can just change the appearance also by having appearance to primary and intent to, you can see that we need not have to provide intent here. So appearance, just change the appearance to primary and we are done here. And let me just take it in the next line. And let me provide some more icons. Let me tell you about some more icons. I have a list here. You can also have the search icon, guys. So just change this to search. And also you can see that a search icon is appearing here. So this is a search icon. You can see that search button. And one last icon that I have remembered here. So caret down. So you can see that if you want to have a drop down menu, you can just use this icon here, guys. This is a drop down icon. So these are the icons that I remembered. So there is a list on this website here. You can just check out the documentation. Documentation is very good. You can just read the documentation and find out the icons that you need. So this is it. How can you integrate the icons within your buttons? So basically, if you want to have only the icons appearing, you don't want the text to be appearing. So there is another component out there in this library, which is icon button. So there is a way by which you can declare it, which is icon button. So icon button, you need to provide the icon for it. So I will provide a trash icon once again, and let me change the intent to danger. So now if you see that, guys, now only the icon is appearing, not the text. So obviously you can just change the background color by having the appearance property to primary. So you can see that it has changed to red color. Obviously if I change this to success, it will change to greenish color. So it is very easy. You can just repeat this for any icon if you want. If I want, let's suppose a icon of download, appearance will be, let's suppose, you can just follow the syntax. It is very easy, guys. The syntax is very easy. I remembered the syntax very easily. Intent, let's suppose I provide success once again. So you will see that this download button is also there. Let me just change this to warning. So how easily this is the UI, guys. I really appreciate this. Whoever built this library, I really like this library. So I will be using this library in the future projects of React in my videos. So you will be seeing this. And lastly, guys, if you want to make your button clickable, there is the option here in this. Just declare your button. First of all, let me just change this to link here. So this will be a link here. We can just click on this link. We will be changing this to anchor tag. So basically there is a property there which is, and just initialize it to A. A stands for anchor tag. And then you just need to initialize the href property to whatever link that you want to go to. So I am just initializing it to hash symbol. So if I just click it, you will see that it is clickable. It will go to the hash symbol. If I just show you the URL, so you will see that it is going to the hash symbol. So if I just click it once again and show you, it will go to the actual URL. So let me just see if it is working or not. If I provide a URL, https google.com, if I click it, it should redirect me to, so this is basically is not a browser. So let me just copy paste this in a real browser, and hopefully I will see that it is transpiling modules here in the background. So just wait, and I forgot to save, so just save it, auto save. So, and if I just refresh it, so just wait, it will auto transpile. You will see that there's a link here. If I click it, you will see that it is working now because this is a real browser. So it is going to google.com. So obviously it is very easy, guys, to create a link. If you want to have a link in your application, you can just create this using this. So this is all about button, guys. So now we will be seeing some more components using this library. So now basically, guys, I will be showing you that how you can integrate layout functionality inside this Evergreen UI library. So basically for this, there is a component called as Pane component, and obviously we just need to include this. So put a comma and include this capital P-A-N-E, Pane, and comma. We will also be integrating the text also. So text, just import it right here at the top. So inside this Pane we have a text property. So if I write this text, this is capital T here, so text. So inside this you can just write anything, hello world. So you will see that it is showing up that it is hello world. You can also provide some properties to this Pane, how much height it will take. So height is equal to, let's suppose height is in the curly brackets 120. Width, let me change this to 240. Background color, let me change this to blue. So you will see that it has changed the background color, and let me just align it in the center by providing align items to center, and also justify content, and also we just need to change the display property to flex. That's it. So you will see that it will be having the text in the center vertically or also in the horizontal manner. So you just need to add these properties, and obviously you can just provide some border also. Let me provide the default border that is available. It is default. So this is the way by which you can just create a basic Pane element inside this Evergreen UI element. And obviously you can have a button also. So it just change this to button. So you can see that it can also hold buttons, text elements, all these elements. And let me just change this to a text input. So we have not covered this text input, so let me just show you this text input element. So text input, we can just provide the width of let's suppose 100% and a height of 48 pixel, 48, and a placeholder value also. Enter text. So this is the text area. So you can see that inside this text area you can write here anything here. So this is a text area. So obviously we haven't covered this inside this video, so we are seeing this for the first time. So basically this is a way by which you can just create some complex layouts inside Evergreen. So now basically, guys, I will be showing you that how you can just place these panels next to each other. You can just float them. So basically there is a technique out there. So you just need to declare a parent div container. So this is Pane here. So you just need to fix this property, just attach this property which is clear fix. So inside this parent div you will be declare your child containers here. So there is a first pane. So we will be attaching the fixed width here, width of let's suppose 80, and height of let's suppose also 80, and I will be attaching a float property to it, which is float is equal to left, and I will be changing the background color to blue. So this is the first element. You can see that it is appearing here, and now I can just copy this, let's suppose paste it here in the next line 3 more times, and now you can see that it is appearing in the next to each other. If I change this to green and red, so you can see that now these boxes are appearing next to each other using this float property of left, and also this parent div which has this clear fix property attached to it. And now if I want to have some space, I can just provide a margin left property, which is let's suppose 25. Oh sorry, I need to have this braces, so 25. I think that this dash is not there. I need to change this capital L. So I just need to repeat this for the rest too, not these first one. So margin left, margin left. So you can see that it has created some spaces around it. So now this is a technique by which you can just align them next to each other, these panes. So now basically guys, you can also add some elevation effect to it, border shadow effect to it, these panes here. So there is a property which is elevation. You can provide this property. Inside braces you can just provide this value. So you will see that it has got some border shadow effect, elevation effect, and similarly you can just copy paste this value for the rest one. And if I just change these values to let's suppose 16, you will see the effect here. 10. So in this way you can just change the elevation property, add some box shadow effect to it. So now basically guys, we will be seeing some typography components which is there inside this Evergreen UI library. So there is a heading tag which is available. So inside this heading, you can first of all change its size by providing a size property, which is you can provide any value. Let's suppose I provide 100. So inside this you can write anything. So if you refresh it, heading is not defined because we need to include this. So right at the top here, just include this heading. So you will see that this heading is there, and if you want to provide some margin also, you can just provide margin left property 56. So it will be having some margin from the left position. And if you want to change the color of this heading, you can just provide color. Let's suppose I change this to blue. It is changed to blue here. So in this easy way you can just have your heading. And if you want to change this heading to let's suppose h1 tag or h2 tag, you can just use this is attribute, and then you can just provide let's suppose I want to change this to h3. So it will change to h3. So the next component which is there is text. So there is a text component. So we have already looked this component earlier. So this is similar. You can just write anything here inside this text, and same you can just change the size also to 500. Let's suppose you can also change the color. So this is just the same that we have looked with the heading also. So this is again a text component. And next we have the paragraph. So if you want to write a paragraph, there is a separate component for it, which is paragraph. So inside this paragraph you can just again have the size, and also you can change the color to purple, and inside this you can just write anything. So this is a paragraph. And next we have the link. If you want to place any kind of link into your website, you can just use this link component. So link, and then you have the href property. So here you can just provide any link here. Let's suppose https google.com. So inside you can just wrap this. So just provide a label. Let's suppose Google. So now you will see that a underline is appearing, so it is showing that it is a link. You can just click on this link. So this is a link component, and also we have a strong tag inside this strong. So inside this strong tag you can write anything here. It will just change the text to bold. So obviously we just need to include this right at the top here, include strong. And next we have the small component, small tag. So if you want to change anything to small, you can just wrap this inside small tag. So just include this right at the top here. So it will change the text to small. And next tag we have is code. So if you want to write code into your application, we have this code component, and you can just write anything here and just include it right at the top code here. So you will see that a separate background, a transparent background has been added to this with this element. The next tag we have is pre. So you can just write anything here. Again, we just need to include this. So here you can just have some spaces here. So it will be showing the spaces also. So you can see that we have some space between these two letters, so it is showing the space also. So this is the functionality of this pre tag. And now the next tag we will be having is the, if you want to display any kind of list into your application, then we have this unordered list component. So inside this unordered list you can display any kind of list item. So we have the list item component. Let's suppose India, and there is a bullet sign, you can see that, which is appearing here. So this is the list item. So you can see that this is an unordered list, so that is why these bullet signs are appearing. And same, you can just create a ordered list. So just change this to from unordered to ordered, and also just change it here also. We just need to include it right at the top here, ordered list. So you will see that it has changed to numbers 1 2 3 4. So this is ordered list component. And now if you want to integrate some icons within this list here, you can just provide right here at the top here, you can just add a property which is icon. So here you can just provide any icon of your choice. Let's suppose I provide tick here, and additional property of icon color, you can just provide any color which is success. Let me provide, and if you refresh it, just change this ordered to unordered. So just wrap this inside the unordered list here. So it doesn't support ordered list, so just wrap this unordered list. So you will see that these tick options appearing here with every list item. You can also change this, the icon from tick to, let's suppose, trash. So a dustbin icon will be appearing here. You can see that. Obviously you can just change the color to from green to red, and just change this to warning. So it will see, you can see that the color is also changed. So these are the typography components which are there inside this Evergreen UI library. So you can obviously check out the documentation. I cannot just list out all the components. So now we will be looking at the icons here, which you can just use inside this Evergreen UI library. So if you go to the icon section here, you will see that there are various icons available that you can use in your application. And let me just show you a basic way by which you can just integrate icons. So just declare the icon tag, and here you just need to provide the icon value. So let me just have this band circle, and apart from that you also have to provide the size of it in something like this, and just include it right here at the top here, icon. So this is have capital I. So you will see that this icon is appearing here. So you can just change the color to according to your choice here. So let me just change to red. So it will change to red. So also you can just change the color by having the color as success. Success means green, danger means red, and there is an option which is warning. Warning means yellow. So you can also provide these constants. This will change the color for you, and you can also have the margin. So just provide margin left or margin right. So these attributes will work with these icons also. So margin, padding, all these stuff. And you can always disable the icon also. There is a separate property for this. So when you provide the color of it, so inside this color you can just provide disabled. So you will see that the icon is disabled here. So you can see that it is looking as if that the icon is disabled. So this is all about the icons. That this is the syntax by which you can just integrate icons. So now basically guys, we will be seeing another component which is avatar. Avatar basically is a kind of a, if you want to have a image profile button inside your application, just include avatar here, right here at the top. In order to declare it, it is very easy. You will have a tag which is a component which is avatar, and inside this, first of all, just make it is solid and give it a name. Let's suppose I give my name, and also provide a size to it. Let's suppose 40, and close this tag here. You will see that guys, it has taken the two letters G and S, and it has created an avatar. And here you can just change the color also. Color, let's suppose I change this to red. So it will change the color to red. So it is very easy. Also you can just change to success. Sorry, background color. So you can also just change this color to purple. You can see that in this way you can just provide a avatar into your application. So now I will be showing you that how to create an image avatar. It is very easy. You declare your avatar tag here, and then you just provide a source attribute, and then you copy paste your image. Let's suppose I copy my image here and pasted the link here, and then I will provide a name which is my name, and this is a name attribute, and also just provide a size 40 once again. And if I close it, you will see that it is taken my image and convert it into rounded corners and changes it to a avatar image. You can obviously change the size. Let's suppose I changed it to 80, so that you can see that the size is long here, so the size is large. You can also change this to 150, so you can see that in a very easy way you can just create this avatar component inside this. And let's suppose I have a button here, and this is profile. Change the appearance property. You just need to include this button right here at the top here. Appearance is equal to primary. So, and also we have some other button I forgot here. So this is a button you can just create here. your avatar image and profile here. So this is a very easy way by which you can just create it. So now we will be seeing the batch component which is there inside it. So just include right here at the top here batch, and there is a batch tag which is there. So this takes the color. Let's suppose I provide the green color. So if you refresh it, you will see this badge appearing here. Obviously you can just change the color from green to red or yellow. So this is badge for you. And now we will be using another component which is text input. So it is generally used to receive input. So let me just give it a name attribute of text input name. You can just give it text here, that's it. A placeholder value also, text, and close it. So you will see that this is a text input. Here you can just write anything here. So this is a default styling that comes with Evergreen. And obviously you can also disable this by having the disabled property. So you will see that I cannot write anything here because this is disabled. And also there is one other attribute which is there, which is very helpful for validation, which is invalid. So it will add some border to it. So if you have some validation on, you can just add this is invalid attribute to it. So next we have the search input. So if you want to add some searching functionality in your application, then you can just use search input component, and it takes the placeholder. Let me provide search, and also let me just provide the width of 100%. Close it. So you will see that this is a search box. Here I can just write anything here. This comes with the search icon, and this is the placeholder. So this is the search input for us. And now I will talk about the toaster. So toaster is very easy. We have a button and we will attach a on click attribute to it, on click. So whenever the button is clicked, we need to execute this function, which is arrow function. So which is toaster dot notify. So this is a way by which you can just call the toaster. So I will pass this message of toaster, that's it. And I just need to have this button as register. So if I click it, I just need to include this toaster here. And I think that this is capital T. And there is some kind of problem is coming here. Toaster is not defined. So the next component we have is the alert. So this is if you want to display any kind of alert, you can just use this component. So this takes some options. First is intent. You can just define it to none. And there is a title of the alert. You can just give alert title. Alert is not defined, so we just need to define it at the top here. So just add this right here at the top, put a comma and type alert. So you will see that, guys, this is the alert title which is showing you. And obviously you can just change the color of, let's suppose, to red. It will not work. So this is basically an alert by which you can just display the alert. And next we have you can also add some appearance to it, appearance property, and you can just use card here. So it will change to card here. You can see that it has got some box shadow effect to it. And now I will show you the spinner. If you want to integrate spinner into your application, this is the component. So this is the loading spinner, you can see that. And if you want it to be appearing right here at the middle, then you can just use a simple trick. Inside Pane, you just need to display, you can just need to change the display property to flex. So this needs to go inside this, so change the display property to flex, and also this align items property to center, and justify content also to center. And let me just give it a height of 400. So inside this pane you can just have your spinner. So it will be having this here at the center here. So this is a spinner component. And now after this we will be having some other components, which is a file picker. So if you want to integrate file picker into your application, you can just write file picker here. You can have this option multiple. You can also provide a width. Let's suppose I provide 250, and a placeholder file picker. That's it. So if I just show you, if I just want to include this file picker, you can see that. If I just copy this and paste it here, if I save all changes here, so you will see that the spinner is there right here at the center here. So this is a technique by which you can just do it. And this is your file picker. So here you can just select file, any kind of file here, and upload it. So this is a file picker. So let me just remove this spinner so that I can see all the elements. Let me just remove it. So this is our file picker, you can see that. That's it guys. So these are the components that I wanted to show you about this awesome library, which is Evergreen UI. So thanks for watching this crash course, and keep watching these videos, and please subscribe the channel for more videos like this.